Welcome to Countdown to Christmas Part 2. In today's video, we're going to take a look and see how far you've come in the challenge that I put up in Countdown to Christmas Part 1. And I'm going to tell you what I've done so far, 7 days before Thanksgiving. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life. At any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 73 now, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my wonderful friends, all my dear sweet subscribers that watch my videos and take the time to comment. I so appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. We're going into Christmas now. This is the big time of the year. You don't want to miss a video. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. So how are you doing on your challenge? Now, I just want to say this up front. If you've done one thing, if you started your cards or started buying your gifts, you're ahead of the game. So I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I didn't get everything done in time. You still have 7 days. That's why I wanted to come on before Thanksgiving, 7 days until Thanksgiving. I wanted to come on before Thanksgiving and just say you still have time to do this. I have to tell you, I did my cards in, I think it was one afternoon. It took me a couple hours to do them, and I want to show you. Here's my cards, all done, addressed and everything. So I am just so thrilled with that. But anyway, let's get into the details here. And I want to share a lot of tips for you too. So, oh, and stay till the end because I have a sneak peek of what my Christmas themes are going to be. You don't want to miss this. I'm going to give you a little shot of two things here, my two mantles. So that'll tell you my two themes I have going. So like I said, I've got my cards done. They're written. Of course, I did kind of make some of them. I just glued a piece of Anna Griffin stuff to them. But anyway, I made all my cards. They're addressed. I have the return address. I just have to buy stamps and put stamps on them. And then you just keep your little pile until the day after Thanksgiving and just throw them in the mailbox and you are done. It's on the way and people are going to go, oh my gosh, I got your card today. It was the first card I got. It's so, so cool. So like I say, sit down tonight. You could probably do it in 2 evenings. You know, I listen to TV more than I actually watch it. So sometimes I have my phone going on Instagram. I have YouTube on my iPad and I have my TV going. It's a lot. Gifts. Did you get your gift list? Did you go shopping yet? Did you buy some stuff online? I have to report that I got right on my Christmas list. And I have bought 90% of my gifts already. And I have them sitting all in my bedroom along my closet, right? Because I have some birthdays, I have Christmas, we're going to a party, so I have something to take there. Even my November birthdays and for Thanksgiving, I have all my stuff there. If you can put all your gifts in one area, it really helps because you can go and see what you have. And it just helps you go, should I buy them a little something else or is that good to go? Wrap them, get them all situated. And I always try to get them and put them for birthdays in a container they can use, like a tray or a basket or something like that. So all I have left to get is gift cards. Sephora, Bath and Body Works, some Amazon gift cards, and I'm good to go. And I'm going to get all that stuff wrapped, and you can't see it, but I actually have my tree sitting here, and you're going to see that in the next video is decorating my tree, and I got a little cheapy tree, but you'll hear all about that and why. All right, so cards, gifts. I hope you're kind of there. I am bound and determined to get this stuff totally wrapped up within a day or two. I really want to do that. Okay, parties. Let's talk about parties because I have some tips and ideas for you. So I'm doing 2 cocktail parties back to back, and I think I'm doing a brunch on a Sunday just for my cousin, my sister-in-law, just a small little group of us. But I want to kind of give you an idea about what I do. So I have a gigantic coffee table. You've seen it in my videos. I had somebody make a top that fits on my metal coffee table and it's gigantic. So I lay everything out there because I think it's so important to have your food where your conversation is, so people aren't having to get up and go get their food and come back, and then the conversation lulls. You know, everybody's always involved in it. So here's what I do for my heavy appetizers and kind of every party I do. I do a green onion dip with chips, and I always get the ruffled chips. Of course, I don't eat those, but I get the ruffled chips and assorted veggies, celery, carrot sticks, cucumbers, tomatoes, whatever you want to get, offer that. So somebody like me that's a kind of ketovore, so to say, I can just eliminate the potato chips and I can have veggies and dip. The next thing I have, which I can have and everybody else really enjoys, are salami roll-ups. I get the big salami, as big as I can get it, put a little bit of cream cheese on it, and to make spreading easier, get whipped cream cheese. I know it's a little more expensive, but it just goes on things so much easier. And then you well, you're supposed to put sweet pickles in them, but I don't eat sugar, so I put dill pickles, but I cut the little pickles into really small little pieces, put them on the cream cheese, roll them up, and the cream cheese kind of keeps it stick together. So you have a little salami roll with cream cheese and a pickle inside. It is really tasty. Everybody loves it. And if you're watching your carbs and sugar, you can have it too. The next thing I like to do is something hot. Now, sometimes I buy the little appetizers, but what I really love, and it was all by accident, okay? I made some artichoke dip, but I didn't want to leave it hot on my table. So what I did is I took sourdough bread, I put some garlic butter on it, then I put artichoke dip on top of it and put it in the oven. The butter melts all through the bread, makes the bottom really toasty and crispy, and then you have this bubbling artichoke dip on top. I know my mouth is like watering right now. It is so good. So that's one thing I like to make. And you just cut it into pieces, and it's like a crispy, crunchy pizza with artichoke top. Oh, it's just so good. And speaking of that, you can take that same bread idea and put the garlic butter on and put a little tomato sauce if you want to, and put some pepperonis and cheese if you want to, and cut them into little pieces. You don't have to buy a whole pizza or anything like that. So those are my toasts, I call them, kind of like little mini pizza pieces. The next thing to do is this is so simple, and this is a keto recipe. You know how you have your nonstick muffin baking things? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I put some cheese and some pepperoni, and you can put some little Italian seasoning and just put them in the oven. They make the best crispy, thin, crunchy, cheesy pepperoni crackers. Now think about this. You could use any cheese you want. You could put any topping you want on it, and it's just cheese and meat, and I can eat that, and it's really good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Deviled eggs. That's another thing I can eat, and I absolutely love them. In fact, I could eat, I don't know, 10 of them. I just like am addicted somehow to that flavor. They're so, so good. And of course, serve dessert. Buy assorted cookies if you want. If you want to, like I make fudge every year. And if you want to make fudge, do that. And when it gets closer to Christmas, I will give you that recipe. It's just 2 bags of chocolate chips. I get milk, a can of sweetened condensed milk. That's your sugar in your milk, and some vanilla. And you just melt that, and you can put any candy pieces, you can put nuts, you can put anything you want in that. All right, for my brunch, I'm going to do a casserole and a salad. I always do that for brunch. Now, what I'll have beforehand, because it's going to be a little on the heavy side, I'm going to have just my green onion dip with veggies and potato chips for my girls that are coming. Anyway, I'm going to be making red enchiladas. Okay, so I do a casserole. So I get the egg white, they're almost like crepes from Aldi, and I just tear them up and put them in there, put the red sauce, put hamburger, cooked hamburger, and then I put cheese, olives, and green onions. That's what I put with the enchilada sauce, and cheese on top. It's really good with a salad. And then they don't really eat desserts, so I'll have a couple keto desserts for them. But anyway, that's what I'm doing for my parties and my brunch. And like I say, if I do back to back, it works really well, because then I buy 1 bag of potato chips and I have enough for 2 nights. and then there's none left. So there's just crumbs. So I just throw that away. So I'm not tempted. Plus, you clean your house once. You buy your stuff for your parties once, and it's over in 2 nights. And after 2 nights, you're done with parties. All right, let's talk about decor now. If you want some ideas for Thanksgiving decor, I did a video, Thanksgiving crafts, and you're going to see a lot of ideas for that. But let me talk to you a little bit about my Christmas this year. My right shoulder has to be replaced. I can barely lift my shoulder. I don't know how I do what I do. I just kind of force it. But I have to have surgery in January. In fact, it's January 16th. I'm having surgery. So as soon as my parties are over, I have to take down Christmas because I have to put Christmas away. I won't be able to do that after my surgery. So I have to get everything put away, get all my fair tables set up. Can you believe it? I have to already get that done because I won't be able to do that in my recuperation because it's too heavy. So I have a lot ahead of me. But this year I said, okay, you have surgery coming up. I know what to expect. I had my knee done. This is going to be a little worse. So I said, let's have some fun this Christmas. Let's remix everything. So you really can't see, but I have a little $39 tree next to me from Walmart. Why? Because I can easily put it together and take it apart. I can use this in another room one day. My big, beautiful 7.5-foot tree. It's too much for me and my husband to put together. You know what my plan is? To put it together one year and bolt it onto wheels so I can wheel it into the garage. Isn't that a great idea? And that way you never have to put it all together and lift everything up. Anyway, I got very inspired this year for kind of a Ralph Lauren look. I saw a mantle that had books and lanterns and greenery and fruit and red roses. And I said, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do. So I've interpreted that in those items, and I'm going to put them on the tree also. And my pillows and stuff are in black and white. I have plaid. I have my favorite fabric. In fact, I have it behind me. I have this fabric. When I had Country French in my home, I don't know, 30 years ago, I had this print. Why? Because you can take everything out of here. You've got pink, red, yellow, blue, everything. Anyway, I'm bringing in this with black and white check, with red plaid, and with blue. I am so excited. And what else am I going to use that's blue? I'm going to bring out blue and white china and use that for, I have a lot of ideas. I just can't wait to show you. And I am going to show you in just a minute kind of what I'm talking about. So stay till the very end. So kind of Ralph Lauren, Country French, all the colors, all the prints. And then in my den, I wanted to do a fairy forest Christmas. I couldn't put my fairies in there because they'll break and you can't see them. But here's what I did. I did my regular big garland, added all my spiky greens. I added my little white birch branches that I have, and my red plaid ribbon. That's what I wanted. But I wanted to make it fairy forest. So I took fern fronds, pieces of fern. You can see my cat walking outside. He's one of my rescues. I have 3 of them. And I have one in the house too. But my separate fern fronds, and I stuck them in and stuck mushrooms on sticks and put them all over. And I realized when I looked at my Santas, I got it Pick and Save when it was Pick and Save. I don't know, 35 years ago, I got these Santas and they have wings. So they're Santa fairies. Anyway, I can't wait to show you. So stay till the very end. I'm going to show you 2 pictures, one of my living room mantle and one of the one in there. And you're going to see a sneak peek of what my decor is going to be. I'm so excited. And I hope you are too for Christmas. I hope all of you have just, if nothing else, start thinking about Christmas and thinking about what you want to do in the next week before Thanksgiving. But I'm going to get this wrapped up and done because I have so much else going on that I have got to get stuff done, move on to the next thing, move on to the next thing. But I'm enjoying Christmas so much. It's really fun when you change it up a little bit. And it's just so much fun. Another thing, last thing, add twinkle lights. Add twinkle lights to regular lights. I did regular lights in my den, and just added a strand of battery-operated twinkle lights on top. And it twinkles, and yet it stays. I don't like the flashing where the lights are off and on and off and on, but when you have them steady and then you have some twinkle on top, it's beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I hope you enjoyed this countdown to Christmas, countdown to the holidays, and I hope you got some stuff done. And now I'm going to show you my living room sneak peek and my den sneak peek, all ready for Christmas. I hope it inspires you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.